Let's talk about real luxury hotels versus a facade. You may have been in a hotel and you know what I'm talking about. You walk in and you have an instant wow factor. In fact, the room that I'm in right now had the instant wow factor. But what makes the difference between a true luxury hotel and one that looks like a facade? And a lot of the hotels that you'll see in Las Vegas, they're a facade. Behind the scenes, the actual items, the objects, the things that make your stay comfortable are cheap. So what makes a hotel, in my opinion, a real luxury hotel versus a non-real luxury hotel? Now, by the way, I'm not talking about US hotels like the Four Seasons or the St. Regis. We go there because we know exactly what to expect. It's the same food, it's the same toiletries, maybe with a little local flair, and it's the same level of service. So I'm not referring to those sort of branded hotels. I'm referring to hotels that are very high-end, like the Savoy in Florence, where I just came from, the Hassler in Rome, where I am now, and if it's fake luxury or real luxury. So here's my own personal list. Please comment in the comment box on what is in your list. What's the difference to you between real and fake luxury? Here's my first item, the hanger. Are the hangers in your room wire or only wooden and they misshape your clothes? There should be at least a few of these pieces in your closet, and if there's not, to me, it is fake luxury. Why? We don't want to get put in a beautiful fur or a beautiful, even a top like this will get changed shape in the shoulders if we do not have a proper hanger. Key number one. Another thing, the hairdryer. Just to give you an example, this is literally what I have here, okay? Now, for reference, this hotel is about $6,500 per night for this suite. The suite's beautiful. It's black and white, it's gorgeous, there's mirrors everywhere, beautiful accommodation, bed's very comfortable. The staff and the service is good. But we just came from a hotel in Florence that was around $1,500 to $1,800 per night, which I don't completely recall. That, in my opinion, was true luxury. Everything felt substantial, and the substantial feeling is what makes luxury, in my opinion, when traveling. So this is what I have here. Now, it just looks like an ordinary hairdryer, and you're probably thinking, Dani, who the hell cares? It's a freaking hairdryer. Probably most of you are thinking that right now. In order to turn it on, you have to hold the button down. The last time I had that was in a cheap hotel in Los Angeles. That was $99 per night. Why is this the hairdryer? When you hold it, it should feel so heavy after a few minutes that your hand gets tired. It shouldn't feel like a piece of cheap plastic. This is a small difference between a real luxury hotel and an actual luxury hotel. So there it goes for now. I promise you I didn't break it. Slippers. Do you see how large this is? I'm going to show you all something. This is my shoe. This is made for a giant. There's plenty of statues out here that are like, I don't know, 300-400 feet tall. This is the man's size. This is my size. So what can they do? And what do real luxury hotels do? Either glance at your feet subtly when you walk in so your slippers are a little bit smaller than the man's slippers, or they ask you your shoe size, which is a little less desirable. Pay small attention to these little things. They make a big difference. I love slippers and robes in a room. Have I worn these yet? Still in the package. Why? Because it will never fit me. I can fit my whole arm in here, and it can be an arm warmer. Useless. Fake luxury. What else? This. Looks like your standard shampoo bottle, right? It says bath, shower gel, and shampoo. Do you mean that for $6,000 a night, they can't give you separate body wash from shampoo? No. This is what I expect to find in a cheap Marriott. And I mean $139 Marriott, not even a $200 Marriott. This is not okay, guys. It's not okay. What else have I found? Excessive branding. The name on everything. We don't need to see it on the bottom of the coffee cup, on the top of the coffee cup, on the little coffee cup holder. We don't need to see it on the sugar packets. We don't need to see it on every single thing that you can possibly imagine. We remember the name of the hotel, and we're going to remember because you're providing us quality luxury service and a quality luxury stay and not a facade. In my opinion, this hotel is a facade, unfortunately. Another one, and I wish I had an example and I had taken it from the hotel because they allow you to do that. Of course, these little bottles you can take home with you. I came from a hotel, Tremesso in Lake Como, and I didn't even know the bottles were not glass. The person I was traveling with, I said, wow, they're glass bottles. And he said, no, they're not, I could squeeze them. I couldn't even tell the difference. They were that heavy and substantial. It looked expensive and it felt expensive. And the hotel was expensive. Not this level expensive, but it was pretty darn high. So quality substance, just feeling like you have that you got what you paid for, and they're thinking of every detail. Behind the scenes, the service, the way your luggage just makes its way up to your room. Hotel Hermitage in Monaco was fantastic for that. Things just appeared because they had their shit together. Hotels like this, they look nice. I'm sure it's a wonderful place. So far, so good. I have no complaints. It's not real luxury, in my opinion. Not at this price. Maybe this is a pet peeve for some of you as well, but when the toilet is next to the shower, it is disgusting. It feels like I'm using an airplane bathroom. I don't want to know that someone used the restroom and 2 feet away or less in some cases is the shower. It's disgusting. It should never happen. It happens in luxury hotels that have facade. They're fake luxury. It shouldn't happen in any hotel ever. There shouldn't be a toilet and a shower right next to each other. Even in a tiny hotel, which is very common in Europe, they still try to separate them somewhat. That's another thing I think separates real luxury from non-luxury. A bottle of wine and a handwritten card. It costs them probably €6 if they're buying a lot of wine. It's gonna be a cheap bottle, but it's the thought. And a handwritten card. This is the first hotel in Europe after 3 weeks staying in that there was not a handwritten card or a bottle of champagne or wine. Simple, small gestures, or Scooby snacks, okay? Some of us get hungry every 2 hours. Little snacks, little fruit basket goes a long way to showing your guests a warm welcome. And finally, the feel of the door handle. I know, it sounds absolutely silly. The door handle, typical turnstile, American Marriott hotel, put the key in, turn it, push it, feels cheap. Instead, we have some pretty cool thunder out there. Instead, scan the card, push the door. It feels expensive and it looks expensive and it feels nice. That's my list of fake luxury versus real luxury. As I think of more, I'm gonna add them to my comments. Please feel free to comment and share what bothers you, what on my list you think is insane. I'm sure some of you will think I'm crazy about some of these things. Let's have a conversation about it. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification bell because I do post multiple videos every week. Thank you for watching.